Nice move there from Iorio. Toe drag, shoots, scores!
After a stellar performance from Brady Nolan, the series is up 1-0 for the North York Rangers, but that may change tonight. I'm Blake Hanlon, joined by Sammy Brzezowski, and we're going to be bringing you Game 2 of the GTHL U16 Finals.
Yeah, it was quite the game. One couldn't have got any more contested, and I don't think that the 2-0 score really demonstrates how tight the game was. I mean, it was an empty netter, so really, it was a one-goal game. Could have gone either way.
But you know who was the main factor in that? That was Brady Nolan, and he's getting the start back in net for the Rangers tonight. They are not going with Grofstein. They're riding the hot hand with Brady Nolan. But for the Kings, they're going back to Justin Young, running that tandem that they've been doing all season long, giving D'Angelo a break, but getting a fresh set of pads in the net.
That's right, and I think that's the right move. Ride the hot goalie. That's what the Rangers are doing. That's what the Kings are doing. D'Angelo, he couldn't get the win. Go with Young. They're 1A, 1B. You can't go wrong with that decision.
Enough about the goaltending, though. It's about the skaters, because they are the ones who are going to be getting all the goals this series. These two teams are stacked. We've talked about it as much as we possibly could. And let's get into your players to watch.
Well, you said it yourself. They are the ones getting the goals. And the one that got the game-winning goal is my player to watch. Cameron Warren has been absolutely phenomenal for the Rangers this whole season. And he scored a big-time goal off the pass from Brady Smith. He jumped across the top of the circle and ripped it home. He's an undersized player, but he plays like he's 7'5". I mean, he goes into every corner, plays at 110 all the time. He's exactly the type of player you want not only on your team, but for a playoff push.
And for the Kings, who's going to be that factor or player factor, that guy who really elevates their game, get this series knotted up?
Well, we talked about the Kings last game, and we said that they didn't bring enough to the table. They weren't really playing like themselves, but somebody who I thought stood out was Cole Emerton. Emerton is one of the best defensemen on this team, and in the defensive end, we were talking about in the intermission, you don't notice him, and that is a good thing. That means he makes the right plays, he makes the right passes, but in the offensive end, he's exactly the opposite. You notice him because he is driving into the zone. He's making some spin moves along with Nyman. We talked about how they like to get involved at the blue line, get a little creative, and that's what you'll see from Emerton. Strong on defense, exciting on offense.
An exciting offense is what the Kings have to do tonight. And what are your keys to the game for them to achieve that goal?
Well, like Kendrick Lamar, the GOAT, it's royalty inside my DNA. They are the Kings, and they were the Kings of the GTHL all throughout the season. They were one of the best teams, if not the best team, the most offensively sound, most defensively sound. So they got to go with that attitude. They're down one game, but it doesn't matter. They got to keep bringing that mentality to the game, realize they're here for a reason, and play their game. Keep it going. Also, DeMario. You know what I mean by that? Alessandro Iorio, you are the star of this team. You didn't really get anything going in game one. It's fine. We all have our off nights. Today has to be an on night. They are going to be pushed on the brink of elimination if they lose. Iorio, you got to make that not happen. And finally, Nyman. Yes, man. Nyman. He's a great player. I mentioned it before. Him and Emerton play well together. I want to see a great game from him as well. Move the puck in, get involved in the offense, start facilitating. Just create more offense like you did during the semifinals and during the regular season, because I know you can.
Certainly some guys to watch out for there, puns included. But for the Rangers on their end, they're trying to extend their series lead to 2-0. They're trying to prevent the Kings from getting any sort of momentum in this series. So what are their objectives in this one?
I mean, a big thing for them is just shutting down the Kings offense, because I talked about it. I think the Kings are going to push back in a big way, really try to get a goal early. And that starts by patrolling the park. What that means? Play hard defense on every loose puck. Don't allow them to throw things in front of the net, and especially patrol that crease area. Patrol near the hash marks. Don't allow them to crowd the net. Don't allow them to put men in front of Nolan, and Nolan, he'll make that first basic save. Also, coach's challenger. What I mean by that, Tyler Challenger, great player. I didn't see a lot from him in game one, but we saw a lot from him in the semi and quarter finals. So he can push that up and just challenge for every puck. And that's what we see from Tyler a lot. He's a big guy. And so I need all the Rangers to play like that, and they'll be putting the Vaughan Kings in an uncomfortable position. Finally, Brady knows best. What I mean like that? Simple. Brady, have the exact same game, and you'll be going to game 3 almost a champion.
And also Tyler Challenger, we didn't see much of him because he wasn't playing. So he's going to be returning tonight as he hopes to help the Rangers extend their season even further. in a better, favorable manner, and that will be a 2-0 series lead. But the Kings, they got to step up and bring it to the table. Let's go to ice, and let's talk about it some more in some commentary. The Kings will look to get back some territory in their castle that the Rangers hold in this Game 2 matchup. The North York Rangers have a 1-0 series lead as the Kings look to crawl back in this one, but it stays at 0-0 for now. But for now, it's Blake Hanlon and Sammy Rozovsky. We presented you the first game, but we're back on Game 2 right now. Sammy, what is the main storyline heading to this one?
Well, it's the Vaughan Kings still looking for their first goal of the series. The Vaughan Kings being held scoreless. That's a storyline for you, Blake. You don't hear that often, especially with the offensive prowess that they have with the likes of Iorio, Malhotra, Haig, Tyler Clark, Joey Kapel. None of them could find the back of the net in game number 1 despite their chances. It was Noling who said no. He shut the door and did a spectacular job in doing so. A couple of key saves late in the third period propelled the Rangers to that Game 1 victory.
And with that, Brady Noling is also the starter tonight for the North York Rangers. Instead of going back to Max Grofstein, their tandem partner, his tandem partner that is, as Warren throws that in front. That is turned aside. Tyler Challenger also back in this game for this one. Justin Young is getting a start for the Vaughan Kings. They'll remain with the tandem, going best with the better goalie that we've seen in the playoffs so far, statistically wise.
That's right. It was a interesting choice to go with D'Angelo for the first game, but, I mean, he didn't play too shabby. It was a couple... I mean, he only really led in the one goal, didn't he? It was the empty net goal that got the second one from Kiemelman. And it was just a rip from Warren that not many goalies in the league could save. But they've been running that tandem all year long. They've been going with the hot goalie. And you got to give Justin Young a chance to prove himself in this one. But I don't blame the Rangers for just sticking with what works.
What works is always what's best. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's what I said last game. And they're continuing to do so in this one. The Vaughan Kings have it in their own end. It's Cole Emerton getting challenged by William Garrett. They'll push it up the ice now, though. That's Alessandro Iorio carrying up on his backhand. He's pushing up through the zone, crashing towards the net here. Good shot opportunity. Can't get a stick on that one. A nice job from Brady Noling to step up further in his crease to really break off that angle.
And if Alessandro Iorio got the last little remainder of that chance on his stick, he would have put that one home. He was flying by the net of Noling. Had it on the forehand. Had he been able to get that shot off, it would be 1-0. It would be the first goal of the series from the guy we expect to step up for the Kings.
Definitely a guy we are looking forward. Their MVP potentially for not only the Kings, but in this series, depending on the outcome. The Rangers have it here. Brady Smith looking for the pocket shot is wrapped around the boards there, unable to meet across there. And it'll be the Vaughan Kings carrying it the other way now. The Vaughan Kings on the right-hand side. The shot there is blocked, and it'll go to the stick of Nyman. He circles around. He wastes a shoot. Shot there. Rebound in front. Shot scores! Caleb Malhotra opens the scoring in this game. And for the Kings in this series, it's 1-0 Vaughan.
He finally gets that goal that he was searching for all throughout Game 1. And it takes him just a couple minutes into Game 2 to do so. Malhotra was the offensive standpoint that we were talking about before this game. That the Kings, that was one of their only positives. The way he was creating rushes, using his hands, driving towards the net of Noling last game. This one, he jumps on the rebound, hammers it home, makes no mistake. A great opening to this game from the Vaughan Kings, and a great reward for the hard work that we've seen from Malhotra all series long.
Persistence prevails from the miniature Malhotra there as he opens the scoring in this one, finally breaking through after a great flurry of opportunities he had in Game 1. The Vaughan Kings looking to add more to their opportunities. That puck is almost coughed up in the middle of the ice there in their zone, but Nyman recovers, and he'll circle back here. He carries up through the zone now, pressured by Tyler Challenger. He gets it on the left-hand side, but it'll not hit the stick of Elaine. DeBossi plays the puck, and he'll wrap it around over to Lobo. Nyman circles back, and once again will recoup. He gets it over to the left-hand side, and breaking into the zone are the Vaughan Kings, trying to drop it back over to Iorio, but he loses his stick on that one, and it will be Lobo carrying it the other way. He gets broken up there, and now it will be Iorio once again. He's been out there for quite a long time. The Rangers dump it in the zone. Iorio getting a lot of reps in this one. Up to the right-hand side, now that is Clark. Clark tries to backhand it towards the middle of the ice there. He falls down, but he can't reach his teammate on that centering pass.
A great interception there from Burley to cut off the pass from Clark over to Kapel. Kapel, we've seen in those tight spaces, can be very dangerous and very effective. So good job from Burley to put his stick across, not allow that to get through, and really neutralize the threat that was Tyler Clark.
Trying to contain the Vaughan Kings offense in this one. They ended Brady Noling's shutout streak early on in this game after he put up a dominant performance in game 1. And the Rangers will look to still ride him out in this game too. That puck is pressed up against the side of the boards there. We'll squeak out over to the Rangers defensive zone, and they'll shoot it down the ice, and it'll be pursued by William Garrett. Garrett falls down, but he gives it over to his teammate up against the side of the boards. Now it's still behind the net now. That's stepping up now is Charles Ashcroft from his defensive positioning. He'll be recovered by Barfoot. Barfoot. Nice little move there. He gets it around, trying to get it deep for Ulysses Lombardi. Lombardi can't get it going there, and it'll be the Vaughan Kings who recover. There's a nice shot of Brady Noling. Camera panning over to the right-hand side as the Vaughan Kings try to get it out of their end. They'll do it right here. It'll be Haig on the left-hand side. Haig right in front of the Rangers bench. He cuts to the middle. Shot there is tipped off a stick and will go out of play, but a good opportunity for Haig to get to the middle of the ice.
And that was a strong recovery there from Ashcroft. He's got to be careful about how deep he goes in on that rush. You have guys like Haig that can absolutely wire the shot given the opportunity, and there he nearly was. But Ashcroft, he does recover well. He uses his stick to get a piece of it and not allow it to go in the net of Noling.
The Vaughan Kings throw it around the boards there after that face-off win. It'll be dropped over to Elena and over to Chavez behind the net now. Chavez up in the right corner now, getting pursued by some Rangers defense. Iorio looks to help, and he'll look to intercept that pass from Eshkawkogan, and he'll get it over to the blue line now. Unable to get his Clemerton. The Rangers have numbers here. A 2-1 opportunity. Left to right. Shot there's fanned on. All over the cross of the crease of Justin Young. Unable to meet the stick. Brady Smith's pass can't quite get Cameron Warren. But he'll keep it in. But unable to reach the blue line, though. And the Vaughan Kings turn it over, dumping it in. Getting some fresh bodies out there. Some nice impact performances from the top players so far, but it's the Vaughan Kings connecting rather than the Rangers.
Yeah, that's right. We saw the duo of Smith and Warren connect in Game 1. It was the game-winning goal from Cameron Warren where he absolutely fired it over the shoulder of D'Angelo, and once again, they nearly connect. Once again, it was Smith trying to find Warren, but they couldn't quite connect the same way that Malhotra connected with that first goal. But for the North York Rangers, they got to be happy and encouraged that they're still able to generate chances despite going down early in this game.
Pursued by Lobo there from Nyman, trying to carry up the puck now. That is Tyler Challenger losing an edge, but good to see him back out there trying to create plays for his teammates. It'll go over to the blue line now. DeBossi tries to get it back in for Lobo. Lobo trying to center out in front to Tyler Challenger, but an awkward angle, unable to get the puck on that. Some great defense from Gage Brandon to stick lift him out in the net front battle. That is number 76, Joey Kapel, trying to start an offense on his own with his line mates changing up there. The Rangers, Lombardi unable to get a stick on that one. The Vaughan Kings will play it back and get it over to Malhotra on the right-hand side, trying to get his second goal of the game. He carries it up now, but he's turned over. The Rangers recover fairly well, but it'll go back to Malhotra being pursued by number 39, Owen Barfoot. It is Lombardi getting it out of the zone now, up against the right side of the boards. A lot of back-and-forth action other than Malhotra's goal early in this one. It has been very contested so far. That is number 19, Jacob Bolchi with the puck now. He gets it over to Simon. Simon, shot on net there. It's turned aside a little wide of Justin Young. Hit a body in front, but then a rebound from Ulysses Lombardi is swapped up by number 30, Justin Young. He hasn't been tested that much so far, even though the Rangers have had some decent amount of possession in his zone.
Yeah, and I expect the offense to be a lot more open in this game than the last. I don't only say that because we did get an early goal, something that we waited till the third period in Game 1. But the addition of Tyler Challenger for the North York Rangers, he was one of the guys who really generated the offense when they played their series against the Don Mills Flyers, a quarterfinal series that really relied on number 84 to get things going, and he did.
As Haig has the puck on the right-hand side there. He shoots that off the blocker of Noling. He had Kapel on the left-hand side. I know, Sammy, you might be thinking that he could have gone to that one there.
I think so. It was a nice chance there, and I do love the aggressiveness from Haig to kind of try to fire that one by that quick fast break opportunity, but it really just proves my point in the sense that this offense is going to start picking up because we noted at the very start of Game 1 that these are two of the best offensive teams in the entire league. They were very defensively sound in Game 1 because I think the nerves kicked in. Now both these teams are more comfortable playing each other. They understand how the teams play. And so look for them to tap into their more aggressive offensive styles we saw throughout the season.
Certainly settled into this series much more as they'll settle into their offensive prowess of both the Rangers and the Kings, that is. The Kings keep it deep into the Rangers zone now. It's Clark trying to get it out, but he's unable to, and it'll be Tyler Challenger pursuing Nyman. Nyman does a great job to keep that one out of harm's length. It'll be Gage Brandon carrying out the puck now. He has some good defense pushed upon him by Kohyn Eshkawkogan. Kohyn Eshkawkogan trying to create something on his own here. His shot there, nice stick there. As Kohyn Eshkawkogan had a grade A opportunity to create something out of nothing, but as the Vaughan Kings trying to create something right here, Gage Brandon trying to craft something up, but he'll leave it for Nyman and Malhotra to pressure. It looks like it will be in the skates of Caleb Malhotra as that puck is still deep in the Ranger zone but cleared out.
And that was one of the best shifts I have ever seen from Kohyn Eshkawkogan, shutting the door defensively, doing the takeaway there at the blue line and creating a chance all by his lonesome, battling through multiple people to cut towards the net. Great job from number 73. Eshkawkogan is absolutely acting as that number 1 D option that he's slotted himself upon for this Rangers lineup.
Certainly plays well on offense and defense, just showing that right there. Good takeaway of the puck there, but also a good attempt to rush up with the puck by himself. As the Rangers will clear through the zone, I go for a nice change as they'll create some new opportunities for their new line mates who have gotten on the ice now. It'll be Haig once more. A nice little move there to get around his defender, but he loses the puck when he tried to create that play there. We'll get over to Kiemelman. He's with Smith. Smith back over to Kiemelman. Can't quite get a stick on that one. A great stick lift from Jake Power on Kiemelman to really elevate the stick on that one and prevent that opportunity from the pass getting through. The Vaughan Kings trying to get through the boards now. A nice hit there. They'll go over to Brady Smith a little behind as he throws it deep into the zone there to chase his own puck now against Cole Emerton. Cole Emerton gets it up against the lane in front of the Kings bench. It'll be back over to Bonimo. Bonimo will dump it into the zone with numbers of his Rangers players chasing. It'll be a nice hit there from Tyler Challenger to disrupt the pass, but the Kings still get it through now, and it'll be carried up through the zone. Now Iorio rips it on net there. He'll get his own rebound and wrap it around, but a nice save there from Brady Nolan to stop that Iorio wrister. Smith throws it into the middle of the ice now. Smith's been out there for quite a while. You assume that he goes back to the bench now. As the Kings will turn it the other way, Tyler Clark gets it over to the middle of the ice now. Shot there from Kapel. Nice save. Rebound in front. Nice save by Nolan. Gage Brandon. Grade A opportunity, but it's an A+ save there from Brady Nolan.
And you can't ask for much more there from the Vaughan Kings. A beautiful attempt there from Kapel to get the opportunity and rebound. And Brandon jumped on it right away, but Nolan remaining strong in this game. He always makes that first save, jumping on the rebound.
Tyler Challenger, shot there, saved by Justin Young. A great save there. Didn't mean to cut you off, Sammy. But wow, what a save from both these goaltenders. Now you can continue your thought even further once we have a stoppage in play here. Centering pass over to number 11, Charlie Hotleys, but it's unable to be met through as that puck is cleared down the ice.
And it just really shows you the skill that we've seen in these goaltenders throughout Game 1 and throughout this period. Really on full display on both ends of the ice. Nolan shutting the door, giving the Rangers an opportunity to turn it back the other way to get that tie goal in there, to get that offense going, and they nearly do. But Justin Young showing his prowess in net, shutting the door. And it's really a wonder to see these goalies shut down two of the top offenses in hockey.
We talked about the offense being the main storyline heading into this series, but the goaltending has been even more prevalent and more surprising from both of these teams. The Vaughan Kings look to end that narrative right here as they carry it up through the right side of the ice. Now Haig dumping it in with Malhotra and Geldart trailing. Is kept in at the blue line by D'Alessio. D'Alessio turns it over, though, over to the Rangers, and he'll dump it slowly. Looks like it'll be waved off for icing. Nyman will recoup and survey his options. Nyman behind Young's net. He gets it over the left-hand side over to D'Alessio. Alessio trying to get it over to Chavez, but he's tied up. A little bit of a weak pass there up the middle of the ice. Iorio stepping up here. Nice little move on his backhand. Trying to sit out in front. Can't get a lane. He ran out of room. But a nice job there to shut that one down as that net gets dislodged right in front from Elaine.
And that chance all started from Elaine. A superb forecheck on the near side boards to get a piece of that puck, get it over to Iorio, and having the IQ to drive towards the net on the far side, right by the back post, and nearly created a goal all by himself. A great full effort shift there from Clarence Elaine, something that the Kings will need in order to take down the Rangers in this series. He's going to go back on the bench, and the coach is going to applaud him for that effort. That was a outstanding sequence from him.
We were certainly surprised to see such a low-scoring game in Game 1, that is. But this is hockey, baby. This is the playoffs. We're seeing the two top teams really going at it on full throttle right now. Bonimo is pinning Chavez up against behind the net now as it goes to the corner now. Back over to Emerton at the point. His shot is a little bit wide, tipped out in front. It'll be scooped up by number 12, Matthew Burley. Burley backhands it to the other corner now. It'll be on the stick of Chavez against the boards. Comes loose, though, to Luca Bonomo. He'll hit number 39, our own Barfoot, on the left-hand side. He'll dump it in, go for a change, get that top line out there for the Rangers. The Kings, they throw it over to Power now. Power misjudges that one, and he'll dump it over to the right-hand side, but it's intercepted here. Carried up through the left-hand side is William Garrett. He's knocked down, though, but Smith picks it up. He gets it over to Warren. Warren throws it on net there. A nice save from Young. A little bit of a sneaky play there from Cameron Warren.
Yeah, and Warren and Smith have been connected all throughout this season, all throughout this series. Warren, he's always involved in the play. He's such a hard worker. He's always driving towards the net, creating the offense, and doing a great job to do so there, getting a late face-off here in period number 1.
Cameron Warren set to face off here. He wins the draw over to Smith. Smith, shot, scores! Brady Smith with 47.1 left, and they tie this one up late here in the first period.
And a gut punch to the Vaughan Kings, who have been controlling the offense for quite some time, but it shows you that Warren-Smith connection once again. This time it's Smith ripping it as opposed to his counterpart, Cameron Warren, because he won that faceoff back to 13, and Smith, he made no mistake, ripped that one. They both can shoot the puck. They can both facilitate the puck, and them two have been carrying the offensive load for the Rangers through the series so far.
They've certainly been the highlights on offense throughout this entire playoff run. A snipe off the draw, and they're on the board in the first period now. With 27s left remaining, the Kings trying to match it quick. Diorio's shot is turned aside there by Brady Nolan up against the left-hand side. The puck stays in the Kings zone. It'll be Malhotra trying to carry it towards the net, but he can't bring it with him. Yet the Kings keep it still in the zone with Malhotra being the one that drops it over to Diorio behind that. Trying to set her in front. A set play there. Malhotra can't capitalize, but a great play from Diorio and Caleb Malhotra. They're trying to match the dynamic duo. As this will come to a close now, the dynamic duos will have to rest as we end the first period. Knotted up at 1 at the beginning of the second period with the drop of the puck from the referee. The Rangers scoop it up. And you know what? It has been the Rangers who've gotten back into this game late in the first period after a beautiful goal from the likes of both Smith and Warren. Their dynamic duo has been phenomenal. Caleb Malhotra has led the way for the Kings getting their lone goal, but it's only a matter of time before Diorio gets in, and we're expecting him to get it in the second period right now. It's Blake Hanlon and Sammy Brzezowski. Sammy, that first period was very intense, a lot more action, a lot more stoppages in play, more finals-level hockey, and I know you have something to say about that.
I do have something to say about that. We've seen final levels hockey from 3 of the players on the Rangers and throughout their whole roster, but 3 players have really exemplified what it means to be in the finals. Cameron Warren, Brady Smith, and most importantly, Brady Nolan. The Brady really coming up clutch in this series for them so far. The Vaughan Kings, they took an early 1-0 lead. Now that can demoralize a goaltender, especially a goaltender who is riding a shutout streak. But Nolan, he shut the door a couple times, and he gave the opportunity for the Rangers to get back into this game, and it was off the stick of his Brady counterpart, Brady Smith, who ripped the shot from the top of the circle. So the Vaughan Kings, they got to step up in the same way that Brady Smith and Cameron Warren has stepped up in this series.
Certainly they'll look to do so. Just Malhotra out there on the draw now with Haig and Gensen Geldart. course, they switch the lines from time to time, but it'll have to maybe come on the power play if we'll see that from the Vaughan Kings potentially in this period.
Yeah, and we were talking about in the intermission how often the Vaughan Kings switch up the lines. It seems like we can never get comfortable with what line they are running. They seem to just want to run a combo that is working at that moment. If it's not working, they'll replace it for the next shift. We've seen Iorio with Malhotra. We've seen him with Haig. We've seen him with Clark. We've seen him with Kapel. We've seen him with Elaine, and we've seen him with Brandon from time to time. So the way they just shift and counterbalance the lines is very interesting, and I'd be interested to see how they use that throughout this series and in the late clutch moments.
That zone entry was declared offside by the referee to the right or the left of the Vaughan Kings bench. That is won by Gage Brandon. It will go over to D'Alessio and Levy. Up to the left side now is Tyler Clark. He dumps it for Gage Brandon to get something going behind the net. Unable to get that was Gage Brandon. He'll be kept in by Michael D'Alessio. Nice hit there by Brandon up against the boards there. But that puck will trickle out back into the neutral zone towards the Vaughan Kings end. D'Alessio with Clark right in front of him. He gets it into the zone though, even though Clark was right in front of him. The puck hitting off the skate of him as well. It will be a stop-and-go situation for Tyler Clark. A nice way to use his edges up against the corner of the boards now with Brandon helping him out now. Brandon dumps it along the back now, and it'll be picked up by Garrett. Garrett looks to shovel it out, and it'll be Bolchi helping him out, trying to get through the zone, but it'll be kept in by the Vaughan Kings at the blue line. Tyler Clark behind the net now. Gage Brandon helps out there with Barfoot at his company. It'll be now picked up by Elijah Chavez, shoveling it over to Brandon. Brandon, pass over to Chavez. Chavez, shot, snipe, scores! A beautiful goal for number 25, and they have the lead at the start of the second period.
And Elijah Chavez taking charge in this playoffs, taking charge in this game. His role has been very elevated throughout the semifinals, into this finals, and he takes that shot with confidence. He steps up, does the exact same thing that Brady Smith did for the game-tying goal earlier in the first period. Steps up, picks his spot, fires it with confidence, and rips it by. Noling had no chance on that shot from Elijah Chavez, who couldn't have perfected that shot anymore.
It's been beautiful to see how Elijah Chavez has really come into his own this playoff run and has elevated his game after being more of a depth forward for the Vaughan Kings this regular season. And it's been great to see him just really step up to the occasion, no matter if it was the semifinals, the quarterfinals. I know it's out of order, but also the finals now, getting this first goal of his GTHL finals performance.
Yeah, and we've seen him pick up a couple goals in this building. Maybe it's something in the water here at Scotiabank Pond, but definitely stepping up to the occasion has been Elijah Chavez. And now the Vaughan Kings running with a little bit of momentum. You saw them throw a couple more shots on Noling there. So they should really start peppering the Rangers, see if they can get that momentum to give them another opportunity, perhaps a power play or even another goal.
Shot there, saved by Noling. Rebound in front. Nice save there off Malhotra's attempt to get that one by Noling. It'll be still kept in by the Vaughan Kings, upping that momentum just like how Sammy said. Haig will have to get it back over to Cole Emerton. We'll go over to Malhotra now. Malhotra dumps it in with Haig trailing. Haig throws that in front of Gensen. Geldart, but unable to get a stick on that one. That puck was chopped up in the air. Malhotra at the blue line. He'll step in and shoot it. Nice save there from Noling. He's unable to smother it, though. It'll come out loose, and the Rangers will turn it the other way up through the neutral zone. But that attempt will be kept up by Malhotra. He gets it by. Slap shot! Just a little bit wide of the net there. A nice shot there from Joey Kapel off the bench, ripping that one a little bit wide towards the boards.
Yeah, but I love the confidence on the slap shot. Take a clap bomb, Joey Kapel, keep shooting like that, and you'll put one in.
A shot there. Rebound on first shot. Scores! Joey Kapel, like Sammy said, keep peppering and you're going to score. And he has his first goal of the playoffs, the second of this period.
Yes, the second of this period for the Vaughan Kings indeed. Joey Kapel, he has been an offensive force for the Vaughan Kings all throughout the season, scoring goals exactly like that, driving towards the net, being in the right place in the right time, jumping on rebounds. He puts that one by Noling. And the Vaughan Kings, finally we're starting to see the offense that we saw from them this whole season, that confidence on offense to break towards the goalie, to throw everything on the net. That's something we hadn't seen to this point, and now it's finally emerging.
You could say Sammy Brzezowski queued up Joey Kapel, like a Spotify song you could say, because you said just before that, if you keep doing what you're doing, Joey, you're going to find some twine.
Gonna find some twine. He did, as he couldn't have put that in a better spot to squeak that one by the big-bodied Noling. And so the Rangers, they got to start to play in front of Noling a little bit better. You know, they've really counted on him, and that's fine. But in a one-game situation, it is doable. But in a 5-game series, you can't rely on your goalie that aggressively. You got to start getting some offense started on your own, not from number 95 or 13.
The Rangers will look to get momentum back in their favor with Tyler Challenger trailing the forecheck right now. Tyler Challenger laying the body as well behind the net of Justin Young. A thunderous hit behind number 30. Robinson dumps it deep in the zone, but Tyler Challenger upping the physicality in this game, trying to send a message to his bench that this game is not over. It'll be kept in, though, by the Kings. It'll go off Bonomo right at him in the Rangers' crest. Trying to set it out in front was Elijah Chavez, but it'll go right to a Rangers defender as they'll get it out of the zone. Robinson will look to enter the zone now, dumping it deep into the Rangers zone once more. Hotleys went down right against the boards after the Robinson hit, or shot into the zone. My apologies. Rebound in front there, saved by Noling. Levy stepping up from his defensive positioning. Unable to keep it in is Michael D'Alessio on his right side, my apologies. But maybe feeling the pressure without his partner there back on the blue line to his right.
Yeah, and good pressure there from Lombardi to try to get the puck off of D'Alessio. D'Alessio was forced to retreat all the way back into the Vaughan King zone.
A nice move there from Iorio to get around his defender, putting that one behind his back as he has the puck on his forehand now up against the boards now. He looks for his options. He continues to carry the puck. He throws it out of net. It'll go off a stick and out of play. Crafty footwork and crafty dekes from Iorio. He'll go off, but he'll have the puck in a good spot for the Vaughan Kings.
And it's interesting, if I was the North York Rangers coach, perhaps after that goal, I might have taken a timeout. I might have just tried to slow things down. You let 2 early goals. You know the Vaughan Kings score in bunches. I would have just made a more relaxed point of view for the Rangers, allowed them to settle into the period a bit more, because they're in a dangerous spot right now with the Vaughan Kings absolutely cooking on offense.
Cooking indeed, steaming up, heating up. They are going on all cylinders. The stovetop is hot. The hot stove, you could even say, as that's a common term thrown in hockey. Geldart gets it out of the zone now for the Vaughan Kings, and they'll look to regroup and set up here with Caleb Malhotra. His father's on the ice. It is the offspring of him that is on the ice right now. Gensen Geldart drops it over. Nice, beautiful pass. Haig! Geldart scores! A beautiful pass from Alexander Haig falling down, but Gensen Geldart picks it up. I don't know if Nolan knew who he was, but it's in the back of the net.
I think the only person who knew that pass would get through was Alexander Haig. Gensen Geldart really jumping on that pass. But oh my goodness, Alexander Haig, who are ya? What a beautiful opportunity. What a beautiful effort from him on the back. Alex Ovechkin-esque, but this time he passes it through the legs of a couple Rangers defenders, gets it over to Gensen Geldart, and Geldart, he makes no mistake. The Vaughan Kings are absolutely flying right now.
They are definitely flying in that face-off right now. Hopefully we can collect our breath before maybe the next goal ensues. Because the Vaughan Kings, they are firing right now. They are electric. What can the North York Rangers do to stop this onslaught of goals here in the second period? Because right now it's 4-1. A couple minutes ago, it was 1-1.
Right now, I'd say cut off the bleeding, get pucks out as quick as possible. Don't allow yourself to get hemmed into the zone. 2, very simple. They got to get a goal. They got to get a goal to turn the tides. A 4-1 lead is one of the most dangerous leads in hockey when you respond correctly. Get that quick second goal, then you're in a whole different ball game because it's only a 2-goal game, and we've seen in this league how fast that can flip on its end.
That is right. 3 unanswered goals for the Vaughan Kings at the hands of Gensen Geldart, Joey Kapel, and Elijah Chavez. They are really cruising right now, and it would be detrimental for the future outcome of this game for the Rangers to get the next goal because you cannot make it 4 unanswered goals.
That's right. 4 unanswered goals would mean this game would likely be out of reach. But Elijah Chavez, Joey Kapel, Gensen Geldart, that tells you how deep this Vaughan Kings team is. It really exemplifies the point I was making earlier in the sense that anyone on this team can get the offense going at any given time. 3 guys that have been role players, that have been supporting cast for the likes of Malhotra and Iorio throughout this season, and 3 guys that are invaluable to this franchise.
Carrying up through is Emerton, throwing it on net there. It'll go into the corner after a nice stop there from Brady Noling. That puck will also travel up through the neutral zone in the hands of Brady Smith now. He enters the zone with some speed. On his backhand, crashing the net. Nice save there from Justin Young from the backhand of Brady Smith. Still in the zone now. Nyman fell down there from Brady Smith's pressure, but he'll flick it out of the end, trying to get over to Malhotra, and they'll get it through the neutral zone now.
And Nyman having himself a tough period. He got rocked by Challenger earlier behind the net, and now falling after the Brady Smith rush. He's really putting his body on the line for the team, so you got to feel for him in this second frame.
That pass doesn't quite meet Robinson, but he'll leave it over to Nyman now. Nyman deep into the zone, trying to wrap it around. Can't get a stick on that one. The handle just falls through, but he'll carry it over back to the blue. Shot on net there, easily stopped by Brady Noling. He also covers up the rebound. It's a nice save to get back into this game for Noling after giving up 3 goals in this middle frame. He's been playing phenomenal, even though there's that short stretch where maybe there's a lapse in judgment and some unfortunate and uncircumstantial plays.
I mean, they're tough, though, right? Because that Elisha Chavez shot, beautiful place shot, not many goalies make that save. The Joey Kapel rebound, no one was covering Kapel in front. And then the pass that led Gensen Geldart all alone in front. Beautiful pass, but that doesn't excuse the defense not intercepting that, not covering Gensen Geldart in front. So I wouldn't really put the blame on any of those directly on Noling. Noling still keeping his team in this game.
After D'Alessio tried to extend the lead even further to a 5-1 game, but he was unable to get some room on that one. Still crashing the net with some fury, though. It'll be Garrett getting up through the ice now, trying to reach the stick of number 92, Jalen Lobo. He'll dump it into the zone now, but it will still be in Vaughn King's possession, turning it the other way. It's intercepted, though, by William Garrett. He throws it along the boards now to Geldart and Levy, who are able to intercept it once more. Bonomo scoops up the puck, getting it up through the ice now. Geldart also retains the possession and gets it through deep into the zone now. A lot of dump and chase play here, Sammy, from both teams. Maybe their style of play is kind of combating and contrasting with one another.
Yeah, and I think for the Vaughn Kings, they'll take the dump and chase style. They're up by 3. They'll take this time just dwindling down as much as possible and just try to control possession, not allow for any mistakes.
They're definitely not trying to make those long stretch passes tape to tape anymore. It's more of strictly dumping and chasing, like you said, trying to delay as much as they can, trying to play the safe way.
Well, that's what we saw them employ in the game number 1, and what was helping kind of shut down both offenses. We only saw one real goal in that game, the second one being an empty net. So it would be interesting to see how these teams adapt to a very high-scoring first couple minutes of the second frame.
Rangers up through the ice now. That goes into the Vaughn Kings zone now with Barfoot putting pressure. Brady Smith helping out. Brady Smith throws it up against the boards. Now he slashes Iorio up against the plate. Diorio's down. Shot! Scores! Kohyn Eshkawkogan gets the goal after Iorio goes down, goes out of the play, but the Rangers aren't down and out of this game.
And no, they jump right back in this one. And Blake, that was definitely an unfortunate connection onto the hand of Alessandro Iorio, but I do not fault Brady Smith on that play. I think it was just a follow-through of that pass that he sent around over to Kohyn Eshkawkogan. Eshkawkogan, beautiful shot, and Brady Smith once again involved in the goal. We've seen him contributing throughout this whole series, as it was Tyler Challenger contributing by having 2 sticks in his hand.
2 sticks in his hand, maybe Alessandro Ovechkin at the All-Star Game-esque. We've seen a lot of Alessandro Ovechkin-esque plays in this one after Haig's beautiful falling down pass. The Kings try to get back on this game, but they're unable to do so. On that Iorio kind of circumstantial play with Brady Smith there, I think, in my opinion, you could maybe judge him because you have more experience as a skater. When you follow through on a shot like that, trying to wrap it around the boards there, you can't call slashing because it's not an intentional slash, and you can't call high stick because because your stick never really got high enough to call it a high stick, so it's just really an unfortunate play where Iorio just got caught.
Yeah, no, on a follow-through like that with the slash, it's hard to ever call that a slashing penalty because it was never the intention for the direction of the stick to be headed towards the defending player. If you had not had the puck, it's different completely, because then there was no reason for your stick to be in that position, no reason for someone's hand to go across like that. And while we're talking about penalties, I think we might have one here.
Penalty, as you said, also talking about hands. The hand is up, and it'll be Owen Barfoot heading to the box right now. Certainly penalties and hands all over the place, and he'll go serve a 2-minute penalty on the play here. We'll wait and see what the call is. It looks like it will be hooking on the call there for Owen Barfoot. He'll spend some time in the box. Actually, it'll be Kohyn Eshkawkogan. My apology. I thought it was Barfoot who caused the play there. But Kohyn Eshkawkogan, the goal scorer, will have to think about what he's done in the sin bin.
Yeah, and now the Vaughan Kings, they have a perfect opportunity to just re-extend that lead to 3. Get themselves back in the position they were in before. Really put a damper on the momentum that the Rangers have created.
And it looks like there may be a potential call on the play here. We'll have to wait and see what the call is, though. It might be a penalty, and it will be. Caleb Malhotra headed towards the box. That opportunity that Sammy just spoke to existence has ended.
It has ended, and that is a brutal penalty to take in the offensive zone, 1. And on the power play, 2. You just killed the chance you had at reestablishing your momentum, and now you forced your team to go 4-on-4. You're not going to be on the penalty kill for a lot of time. It's only a 4-second difference, but completely changes the pace of the game. Now 4-on-4, it is even once again.
Even indeed. It's back to some full strength, not full strength hockey, but even hockey, you could say, at 4-on-4. And the Rangers certainly not out of this one. They do have the momentum on their side now, especially with Malhotra back in the box for some 4-on-4 hockey. Open ice here. That's a lane trying to cut towards the middle. He's unable to get through there. A hit there on Kiemelman from Alexander Haig. Just out of the play there. The referee didn't declare that any interference on that one. Tyler Challenger will head to the bench now and get some fresh legs out there. It'll be Nyman carrying up through the left-hand side now. He carries some good defense there to intercept the puck there after he tried to center over to the right there. It'll be Kiemelman. He centers it over to Garrett, but he can't quite get a stick on that one. He'll leave it for his teammates to scoop up and get some action going as they get fresh bodies out on the ice now. Smith tries to get a stick on that one, but it'll be the Vaughan Kings the other way with speed and momentum. Shot there from Gage Brandon. Rebound in front. Noling thought he had it in his glove, but he was unable to scoop that one up, but luckily no one was there to really cause any problems.
That's right, and we talked about how the Vaughan Kings, they were going to slow down on the stretch passes. We almost saw a long stretch pass completed there from the stick of DiBiase to Cameron Warren. Warren would have exploded for a 4-on-4 rush, but he couldn't quite get the stick on it, and it'll be sent down the other way. But I like the aggressiveness from the Rangers. They know they need to pick up 2 goals in this game. They know they need to get the offensive momentum back rolling despite being on the special teams right now. And that's exactly the type of play that can lead to a golden opportunity.
Haig has speed. Shot there, save. Rebound. A good opportunity for Noling, or for Haig to get by Noling, that is. But that shot, that second shot he had there was just wide right of Brady Noling. We have 1:20 left here in the second period. Both teams 4-on-4, both with a penalty of their own. Going back and forth now is D'Alessio, who has it behind the net there, throwing it over to Andrew Robinson. Andrew Robinson hits Alexander Haig. He'll carry it on his own now. Setting to the middle. Shot there, saved by Brady Noling off the pad. Way to drop down there, creating some nice saves and a good rebound, though, for someone maybe trailing towards the net there. Brady Noling really coughing up those rebounds a little bit too much, you could say.
Yeah, but what that shows is that he's also making that pivotal first save. So it's not his job to jump onto every rebound. It's his job to make the first save. Let the defenseman be strong and not allow the Vaughan Kings to jump on those rebounds.
Dangerous opportunity indeed for Tyler Clark right in the slot there, trying to rip that one home before this second period ends, as there's 25 seconds left to go. Back at even strength as well with Iorio and Malhotra out there on the ice. The dynamic duo Salt and Pepper trying to get something going before the period ends.
Yeah, and we saw Iorio, he was in some considerable pain after that accidental slash from Smith, so good to see him back and flying.
Flying and creating some speed and space out there, but some good defense from Simon and Challenger to trap him in his path. As this second period will come to an end, we'll jump right into the third. It's still the Vaughan Kings up 4-2, but the Rangers can easily crawl back. We've seen it. We've seen it multiple times in the past series. It's still a 2-goal deficit for them. It'll come at either regulation or overtime, but the time is now to step up and play some good hockey. I'm Blake Hanlon, joined by Sammy Brzezowski. What do the Rangers have to do to get back in this game?
They need to tap into what has been working, and that has been Cameron Warren and Brady Smith. Brady Smith especially, he's gotten a point on every goal in this series so far. Every single goal has had the name Brady Smith attached to it. So if the Rangers are going to come back, which their offense is more than capable of, it will come off the stick, likely, of Brady Smith.
Definitely Brady Smith and Cameron Warren are some of the top players, not only in the series, but in the GTHL. It's Tyler Challenger trying to cement himself as one of the top players in this game, striving towards the net on the backhand. Good opportunity. Boltji wraps it around there after he passed that one to Challenger. He'll go for a change in this one. The Kings get up through the left-hand side of the ice now, right in front of their bench. Cross ice, getting over to the right-hand side, trying to find Nyman streaming towards the puck. He does a nice stick lift on William Garrett. 14 on 14 there, but the Rangers recover. They'll get it up on the left-hand side of Smith now. Smith, he drops it back for Warren. Eyes in the back of the head. Warren drops it for Garrett. But the Kings, they have a chance here the other way. Nice job there to get the stick past Cameron Warren and try to create opportunity there. It'll be Garrett trying to get by. Gensen Geldart falling down, trying to get this puck around there of the stick of William Garrett.
And Garrett showing his strength on the puck there, knocking down Geldart with just the outer side of his body, throwing that shoulder down, protecting the puck, holding X in NHL, and really trying to drive in to the zone.
Holding X indeed, and the Vaughan Kings will look to put an X in the goal column in this third period. Cameron Warren tries to put a stop to that. Rebound there for number 19, Jalen Lobo. Justin Young will stop that easily and smother that one up and ease the pressure for his team.
That's right, and ease the pressure for Blake as well, because it has been a back and forth movement of offense between these two teams since this third period began. And the Vaughan Kings, they'll like that. As long as there's no super dangerous plays onto Justin Young, they'll take that. Some back and forth, dump and chase, kill that time, come away with a win. But it's the Rangers who, after scoring that late goal in both periods, can now operate with a little bit of confidence. They know they have to score. They know they have nothing to lose. They got to just push forward.
Vaughan Kings pushing the puck forward in the Rangers zone now behind the net. Goes back to the point of Power. Power throws it on net there. Bouncing puck in front. Rebound there for number 36, Tyler Clark, but it's stopped by Nolan. Nolan unable to get a glove on that one. The rebounds have been scarce for number 50, the netminder of the Rangers.
They have been. We talked about this earlier in the second period, how he has allowed a lot of rebounds, but he's made those first saves. So the Rangers, although I would assume Nolan would like to take better control of those rebounds, the Rangers got to do a better job at taking control of where the forecheckers and where the attackers are in their own defensive zone. You can't allow those Kings forwards to be streaming towards the net on the rebounds like that, or else you will get burned.
Got to adapt to the situation and read your goaltender from how he's playing. Smith off the draw, trying to get a goal right after Warren. Centering pass over to Warren. After Warren's face-off draw, a lot of opportunities for the duo. It'll be Warren leaving for Smith. Smith tries to center arm to Kiemelman, but a nice job there for Power to intercept that. Garrett stepping up into the play now. He'll leave his defensive position. He'll have Warren going back against Iorio now. A good job there for Warren to get a stick lift on Iorio, and his defense partner will have to pick the puck off him once again. That was DeBossi who got the puck off Iorio there. Smith with a good stick there to get that puck disrupted in front of Iorio. Kiemelman trying to get it out, and he will. Kiemelman carrying up on the right-hand side. He's knocked down by number 25, Chavez, and there might be a penalty called here on the play. We'll have to see who gets the call here. It looks like there will be a Vaughan Kings player going to the bench, and it probably will be Elijah Chavez, and I think it will.
I'd assume so. That was pretty cut and dry, that tripping on Kiemelman right by the near side boards of the Vaughan Kings bench. So the scoreboard confirms that. Now the Rangers, they have a chance to get things going. You'll see Lombardi out there taking the face-off. He's been really effective for the Rangers this season on the power play in the offensive zone.
Effective player, effective name as well. Ulysses, what a name, eh?
It is a fantastic name, and it goes hand in hand with his fantastic skills. He's a strong forward who isn't afraid to use the body. seems very fitting for a guy with that majestic of a name.
Lombardi is also not a bad surname as well, you could say, as the Rangers try to keep it in the zone now. Garrett rips one off the blocker. Rebound in front. Unable to get a stick on that was Smith. Trying to get that one around the Rangers or the Kings defender. Nolan comes out of his net. He'll get the puck up through the ice now. Trying to waste no time here on the power play. As Lombardi with the puck on his stick. He gets it up through on Lobo. Now Lobo backhand shot. Saved by Justin Young. Getting down low on the ice there. Nice save there from Justin Young. The Rangers still have possession though. That's number 42, Charles Ashcroft, who loses the puck. Unable to be kept in as the Kings the other way now. A good opportunity on the break. Shot saved by Brady Nolan. A good job there from Brady Nolan to shut the door on a breakaway opportunity. The Kings try to get it up through the other way now. Momentum swinging back and forth. This has been a hectic third period, Sammy. Maybe coming in less parts now, but certainly high tempo, but some better chances now while the Rangers have their power play.
It has been hectic indeed.
A save there by Justin Young, stopping Brady Smith. Net gets dislodged, but Young, it doesn't matter for him.
Doesn't matter for him. He makes the save. He gets across on the crease. But I was just about to say it before Brady Smith nearly made it 4-3. It has been hectic indeed, and the Rangers, they cannot afford to give up any more shorthanded chances like that. They are killing their own momentum. And if the Vaughan Kings were to score a shorthanded goal, I would call it right now that this game is over. So good job on Nolan to make the stop on the break, but the Rangers, they've got to tighten it up. It's got to be all about offense from here on out.
A nice save pass from Smith. Shot on net there, saved by Young once more. Only 13 seconds left in the power play. That will be cleared out of the zone. The Rangers actually tried to get that one over to Eshkawkogan, but wasn't able to get it. But Smith dumps in the zone. Likely it will be Chavez hopping out of the box right now. A little bit slower on that one. He wasn't as jump as the gun as I was. But here comes Caleb Malhotra trying to jump the gun, get in the play there. But he was unable to bring the puck with him on the dangle attempt. It'll be the Kings still in the zone now. DeLesio trying to keep it, but now here comes the Rangers the other way. Brady Smith on the back end, trying to center it across, but no one was there with him. Brady Smith could have taken that alone, do you think, Sammy, ripping that one on the rush?
Yeah, I think Brady Smith may have rushed that one a little bit. I believe it was Hotley's he had on the other side, but Brady Smith, you got a great shot. You've used it in this series so far. You used it already this game. Don't be afraid to take that shot. No one's going to get mad at you for using that coveted wrister.
A coveted wrister from Caleb Malhotra goes just a bit high of the crossbar of the Rangers net. That shot there is a little wide as well. The Kings have it behind the net. It's Haig with the puck. Haig getting pressured. He turns it over, and it'll be on the stick of Jacob Bolchi now. Bolchi carrying up through the zone now. He goes to the center of the ice now on his own, but it'll be declared offside at the hands of number, as he turns around, it'll be number 39, Owen Barfoot, who was a bit jumping the gun there.
Yeah, and Barfoot convinced that he did not jump the gun there. You saw maybe a little bit of attitude before the refs there as he was standing on the line well after Jacob Bolchi was called offside, well after he went into the zone and gave the puck back. Everyone had kind of regrouped, and he was still standing there with his foot where he thought was in an onside position. So a little bit of attitude there from Barfoot, but I can tell it's just because he wants to win this game so much. He wants to come back in this game, and the passion is clearly there.
Passion is always there, especially in playoff games like these. Sometimes you always think you're in the right, even when you're potentially in the wrong.
That's right, and I feel like the playoff passion is that extra level. You know, there's that extra intensity. Of course, all these guys are competitive. They're in AAA for a reason, but in the playoffs, you want to win for your team. You want to win for your goalie, your coach, your fans, your parents, etc. And so that extra level of intensity is applied.
It'll be Brady Smith in the zone now trying to apply some intensity. He throws over to Challenger, but it goes off a stick and body of a Vaughn Kings defender. It'll be in the skates of Elijah Chavez. He's unable to pick it up. It'll be on stick of Warren. He crosses over to DeBossi. DeBossi's shot is blocked aside by Young. Garrett steps up. He'll find Smith behind the net. Warren had an opportunity. He backhands it. But Iorio knocks the puck off him behind the net. Trying to keep it in is Garrett. Garrett trying to find Challenger on a bouncing puck. Smith centering out in front, trying to find Warren. Some good chances for the Rangers, but unable to meet the mark on their sticks. That puck will be cleared down the length of the ice. It'll be an icing, and the Rangers will have another opportunity potentially with their top line out there. We'll see if they go for a change, but it looks like they'll have some new groups out there.
Yeah, and the Rangers, they're going to need to pick up this third goal soon if they want a chance to get back in this game. Because the Vaughan Kings, if they start to close out in the dying minutes, then the Rangers, they'll be forced to play more aggressive, take more risks, and that's where the Vaughan Kings, they like to feast. So if I'm the Rangers, I'm looking for this goal right quick.
Quickly, indeed. They have to act on the opportunities. As Sammy said there, you can't, let it happen, let it come to you. You have to seek it out for yourself.
Exactly. You got to start making your own opportunities. You've got to start driving towards the net. Every loose puck you got to be fighting on. Every time it's in the corner, you got to be using your body and not allow the opportunity to dwindle itself down. Take matters into your own hands, if you will.
Control your own fate because life comes at you fast, and that's what the Rangers' mindset is right here. Up through the ice now. The Rangers. Eshkawkogan throws on that rebound in front. A good opportunity for a screaming Jacob Bolchi from Eshkawkogan's rebound shot. Bolchi tries to get a short angle shot there. Nice save there by Justin Young. Back over to Ashcroft at the point. Shot there is turned aside there. Bouncing puck in front. The Kings desperate to clear it out. Josh Levy trying to get that going here, and they will be able to get it out with the puck flying high up in the air.
And a rare misstep there from Brandon to allow that streaming rebound off the Kohyn Eshkawkogan shot and off a couple opportunities. The Vaughan Kings, they need to do a better job at closing out the room and gap in front of Justin Young, just as the Rangers have had trouble doing so far in this series in front of Brady Noling.
Carrying into the zone now the Rangers. Brady Smith tries to make that tape-to-tape pass. He gets it through, but not on the stick of the Rangers forward. Garrett unable to keep it in. It'll be Nyman, I believe, going into the zone now. Or actually, that's Haig, my apologies there. But it'll be icing nonetheless back over to Justin Young.
And now this is a big moment for the Rangers. A huge offensive zone face-off. Perhaps a timeout could be called soon. 5 minutes left to go. They really are putting the pressure on the Vaughan Kings now.
It'll be Cameron Warren taking the draw with Smith right behind him. Clarence Elaine taking the draw for the Kings. That face-off is one shot by Smith off the blocker of Justin Young. It'll be William Garrett around the net now. William Garrett on his backhand. He gets it over Smith. Smith throws down in front, off the defender's back, and he scores! Brady Smith, the bank is open, and this game's open. It's 4-3.
And who else but Brady Smith to cut the lead to 1. Brady Smith now once again on the stat sheet. His second of the game, his second of the series, but his 4th point of the series in the 4th Rangers goal on a goaltender in the series. What a job there from Brady Smith to just throw everything on net, scoring that playoff-style goal.
Indeed, a beautiful goal there from Brady Smith. He has the Rangers in this game playing extremely well.
He has been. He's really been just creating offense. Like we said, we talked about how they needed to create offense in the sense that they needed to make their own opportunities, and he does just that there. He was behind the net, it seems, and he just threw it in front. That's what you need to do. Throw pucks on net, good things will happen.
Good chances will happen when you throw pucks in front of the net there. He is one shy from a hat-trick goal here in Game 2. He has certainly been the hero for the Rangers thus far in the series and in this game.
Yeah, and there'll be that extra incentive to score because, of course, he wants to score to tie it up, to get his team to a potential overtime or maybe even win it before that level in this game. But there's also that incentive. He wants to get that hat-trick goal, a hat-trick in the playoffs, in the finals. That is unheard of, and that is something that Brady Smith is going to be capable of, and I imagine the Rangers will be putting him out for quite a lot of time in these last dying minutes.
GTHL legacy game on the line for Brady Smith, simply put. That puck is simply put right in front of the Rangers bench, though. DeBossi, he'll circle back behind Noling. Using the ice, or using the boards, my apologies, get it up the ice of Justin Young right on the pad there. That pass is not able to be met by Josh Levy as the puck is passed deep into the Rangers zone now on the stick of Eshkawkogan in the corner.
And look how deep the Vaughan Kings are playing in the offensive zone. They are playing very defensively, backing up, not putting any offensive pressure on the Rangers at all.
Deep into the zone now is Eshkawkogan. He throws that in front to Kiemelman, but Kiemelman shot is saved by Justin Young. Justin Young, great job at covering the post there and really hugging it.
Great job by Justin Young. Don't love the game plan from the Vaughan Kings. When you're down 1 goal, a lot of teams do this, and the Vaughan Kings, the best part about their season is that they rarely do this. They're pushing back and trying to act too defensive. That is not their game style. Their game style is their offensive prowess. Their game style is what we saw early in the second period. They need to tap back into that, keep trying to score despite it being a 1-goal game.
Shot there, rebound in front, nice save from Nolan. The trailing Clarence Elaine is unable to get a lane on that one.
And I imagine that is what the coach was saying. Let's get back to our game, because it was a lane from the D'Alessio opportunity there, driving towards the net, trying to create offense despite it being a more defensive state of mind. That's exactly what you need to do, and that's exactly what we saw from the Kings. If they keep doing that, keep putting pressure on Nolan, the Rangers, they're going to have to be forced to not just think offensive.
Gage Brandon lining up now. He loses the draw off of Tyler Challenger. The Rangers trying to get the puck up through the ice now. That likely will be icing on the play, and it will be sent back down the other end. It will be a repeat and reproduce on this one.
And you know what? I always say this when there's an icing late in the game, team's up by 1. They'll do that 257 more times. I can't do the math. That's way too big of a number for me. But they'll do that 1,000 more times if it means dying this game down.
Shot there. Turned aside by Brady Noling as the Rangers try to get this one out of the zone. They still need a goal with 2:50 remaining. Garrett with the puck now. He gets it over to number 92, Jalen Lobo. Lobo out there on the ice. He's on his backhand. He drops it over to the right-hand side. Lobo deep in the zone. He turns it over to the Vaughan Kings, and the Vaughan Kings will try to get it out, but DeBasi keeps it in. The Rangers, that is Lobo battling, but unable to get through. It's intercepted by the Vaughan Kings, and they'll dump it out of the zone, getting fresh bodies down the ice as they try to kill this game off. Living on a prayer are the Rangers here. Tyler Challenger hits the middle of the ice there, but it's once again unable to be brought through by Cameron Warren. The Kings once more will get it through the ice, trying to get it out of harm's way for Justin Young. The Kings have the puck in the Rangers zone right now. Battling hard, the Rangers attempting vividly to get this one out, Noling the puck out in front of him. It'll be Eshkawkogan carrying it up now. Eshkawkogan falling down, running into Cameron Warren, but they seem to be getting a very errant pass there, very risky pass, but luckily Brady Smith's there, carried that one up. The Rangers, a bouncing puck. It'll go over to the left-hand side now for the Rangers. Circling back here, up to the point. Bonomo, shot on net there. Rebound in front, hat trick! That is Brady Smith, hat-trick tying goal. It doesn't get any better than this. 4-4, third period.
And I cannot believe my eyes. Brady Smith, have a day. Hat-trick goal, game-tying goal with 1.5 minutes to go, jumping on the rebound. What can't this guy do? We've seen him jump on rebounds. We've seen him snipe. We've seen him facilitate. We've seen him throw the body. This is one of the best games I've ever seen from a man of this age, from a guy of this caliber. And the Kings, with 1.5 minutes to go, erase what they had held for almost the entire second and third period.
Electrifying play from Brady Smith indeed. The Scotiabank Pond fans, maybe not as electrified as one would hope, but the Rangers are certainly buzzing here.
You can feel the tension in this building, Blake. You can feel the tension from us up here. It was a moment where the Rangers stepped up, and now this next goal is likely going to be the last.
We'll see if the next one will be the dagger indeed. Potentially extra time needed. Potentially some overtime action here at the 6 hockey. The Rangers carrying up through the ice now. That will be declared some icing, and we'll have a bit of a breather after that beautiful goal from Brady Smith.
A beautiful goal indeed. And the Kings, they need to, simply put, lock in here. If they let another goal in this game, it'll likely be the game winner, and that means they will be pushed onto the brink of elimination. They're already down 1-0 in this series. They need to not allow any pucks even come remotely by Justin Young. Tap back into that offense that fans know and love, that they utilize throughout this whole season, throughout the quarterfinals, throughout the semifinals as well. Don't play defensively, because that is just, simply put, not their game style.
There's 37 seconds left here in the third period. Starting pass over to Kiemelman. Brady Smith trying to add more points to his marker as the Kings turn it the other way. They have numbers. The Kings getting over to Malhotra. Malhotra bouncing puck, unable to get a stick on that one. Eshkawkogan will scoop it up and get it out of harm's way for the North York Rangers.
And there's a reason why he couldn't get a stick on that one, because Caleb Malhotra's stick was way in the air. Your stick's got to be down in that situation so you can respond to an errant pass.
As the Rangers bring it up through the ice now, that is Charles Ashcroft. Ashcroft throwing it on that rebound in front. Young bounces back very well as this period will come to an end. 3 seconds remaining, going down to the last second. We'll hop right into overtime. Overtime starts right now. It will be 3-on-3 overtime here in Game 2 in the GTHL Finals. This is hockey right now. Carrying up through the ice now, that's Nyman. Nyman, he'll circle back. A lot of open ice here at the 6 hockey and at the Scotiabank Pond right now. The Vaughan Kings and Rangers ready to go. It'll be Nyman surveying his options, trying to find Iorio. He'll find Iorio here. Iorio carrying out the left-hand side. He carries up through the middle. He'll leave it for Haig. Haig. He loses the puck, but he gets it over to Iorio, that is. Iorio carrying on his forehand around the net. Trying to get some space here. He surveys his options. Goes back to the blue line. He'll get out of the zone. Circling back, he'll wait and be patient with the puck here. A nice little toe drag there. Unable to bring the puck with him. He'll send it over to Haig and go for a line change. Fresh bodies is certainly the best option to get on 3-on-3 overtime, as the bodies will be using their legs very, very well. 5-minute overtime indeed. As there's a turnover here, Tyler Challenger on his backhand. He circles back on his forehand, shoots it on there. Nice save there by Justin Young. A bad turnover, but Tyler Challenger is unable to beat Justin Young. Way to go, Justin.
Yes, great save on the glove by Justin Young. You don't see that from Nyman a lot. You don't see that level of error from him a lot. Usually he's a lot more poised in his own zone. Usually he's more responsible with the puck.
As a face-off, when there's a shot there, chance here, Caleb Malhotra shut down by Brady Noling. A great job there from Brady to shut that one down. The goalies are stepping up at the crucial moments in overtime right now. The Rangers trying to get the puck up the ice now. They're unable to do so. Caleb Malhotra looking for a redemption on this one. He carries it up. Backhand over to the middle of the ice. On his backhand, D'Alessio unable to get it. Good chance there from the Kings, but they're unable to meet anything. Falling all over the ice, Tyler Challenger falls down when he gets the puck over to Garrett. That is D'Alessio battling deep into the zone now. On his backhand. He gets it over to Iorio. Iorio, he'll circle it back. Iorio catches him on a line change. He carries it on his own shot, scores. Iorio scores! Alessandro Iorio has stepped up in this series, in this game, with an overtime goal. In Game 2, the Kings have knotted this one up. But you know what? Even though they have it in the bag, what a game from Brady Smith.
Brady Smith, my goodness, a legacy performance from him. 3 goals to tie up the game, to take it to overtime. But Iorio stepping up like I said he needed to. He stepped up in the biggest moments. Huge celly there. That's got to feel good. Going into Game 3 tied with an overtime win, another close game, and another exciting watch.
And I know that those two are going to be the front runners for your 3 stars, but who's number 1?
It's got to be Brady Smith. I mean, despite the loss, he got a hat trick in the finals against the Vaughn Kings, one of the best teams in the league, against one of the better goalies in the league in Justin Young, and he was just playing all ends of the ice. He can score great goals, and we can score dirty goals, and we saw that. He got to the right spots in the right time. He has the high IQ and the skill to match. Like you said earlier, he's really improving his draft stock. He's a guy to watch.
And Alessandro Iorio, I assume, is number 2?
He is number 2, and, you know, a game-winning goal to tie the series up, to avoid being pushed to the brink of elimination. Biggest moments, biggest guys. Iorio, he really reflects that. Finally, Caleb Malhotra. Malhotra has been solid this whole series. I mean, in Game 1, we talked about him as being one of the forces of that team. Aside from Emerson, I thought he was the best player on the ice. He was the only player really creating, and he created today, and he was rewarded for it with a goal.
And we did talk about how Brady Noling kind of let in 4 goals. Do you expect Max Grovstein to get into this series and in Game 3?
I think he has to. I think like I said, you got to ride with the hot goalie. It wasn't Noling's best performance, and I'd likely see the Kings maybe go back to D'Angelo, because completely different game. Despite it being tight, 5-4 versus 2-0. It shows you the differences between the Game 1 performance and the strategies of Game 1 versus Game 2. So I'd assume both goalies would be changed. But as a hockey fan, a little bit more exciting in a different way.
We'll have to see what comes out in Game 3. But for now, we only got 2 games. It's knotted up 1-1. We'll have to see who wins in Game 3 when we're ready for that. Coming soon.
Nice move there from Iorio. Toe drag, shoot, score!